Hello. So I'll say everybody they do well. And thank you for all the like-minded man in the house and all the man that don't contribute to this platform so far. Today, why make a talk say Israel need for go? Yes, Israel, we all know saying that God is chosen people there based on what the Bible say. But the way the Israel we know today they behave not look like God in people there at all. Why make I make this statement here? The Israel-Palestine conflict, not to conflict this way starts, I would say 1.5 years ago. Even though the entire media they try to portray the conflict like now between Israel and Gaza specifically, they know. Me like for say the conflict between Israel and Palestine because now the real issue that the suppression only they go on at Gaza, it also they go on at the West Bank and any side the Palestinians they are occupy inside that territory there. So the way the world situation they go right now is very scary and I feel like I need for sure like-minded man the reason why make the earlier statements that I make. You see the world is in fire right now and World War III don't start. Even if with politicians they're not they tell we or the mainstream media where they control the narrative not they tell we because of some agenda we may not know. But we demand the way they observe geopolitics and where can look at world affairs no need for be a rocket scientist for realize say World War III don't start. Why make I talk so? I think the year 2022, Russia decided for invade Ukraine 3 years ago. They call it illegal invasion of Ukraine. But if you look at the base of the situation, you go see say the real aggressor there in that situation are NATO. Why make I say na NATO? Ukraine and the NATO allies there. If you don't know what are the NATO, now the alliance, security alliance where European, all the uh, old colonial masters and plus the United States uh, create na Europe in a form of defensive alliance. But if we observe this alliance here, their behavior and also the defensive, I will call it an offensive alliance. So Russia talks say Ukraine not for join the NATO alliance because of security risk uh, for Russia and for example, this same situation we play out now Russia be play out in the Cold War era between the Soviet Union and the United States, where the Soviet Union decide for opening a military base in Cuba. Because of that friendship between Cuba and the Soviet Union, say now Cuba they under economic sanctions for the past 30 years, just because Cuba will allow Russia to get military base. You know, now the North America continent. So now the same playbook play between Russia and Ukraine. Russia see say, you know, go find for there, allow me enemy then can build military base na me border and even get nuclear weapon capabilities pointing right at Russia. So now then the conflict starts. And that is just one portion of the conflict. In 2014, Ukraine, they began what they call the Colored Revolution with Victoria Nuland of the United States and the CIA then they orchestrate this square in Ukraine. Who say they take out the democratically elected president of Ukraine. You see, whenever the old colonial masters there, what I say old colonial master, I mean France, Italy, Germany, UK and America, and all the one that we play a role in colonialism and slavery. They get this one habit here for suppress other people and for force their point of view by people there. So just because uh, the leader of Ukraine at the time, Poroshenko, if I get the name right, Poroshenko, they decide to take this guy out through revolution, when basically a coup, where the CIA they orchestrate, they take her out and they replace her with a puppet, Western puppet, just like how they do African leaders there. This puppet here can change the relations and actually begin for move Ukraine towards the direction of the European Union and NATO. So, honestly speaking, if we dey try to be realistic, now from day this conflict starts, Ukraine are a very delicate country. And this, I just give you a quick rundown why the conflict in Russia and Ukraine starts. And this conflict here between Russia and Ukraine, I would say, between Russia and the West. The West, I mean, NATO and the United States. So all the superpower they fought against Russia for the past 3 years. And for some reason, with the help of other countries then, like China, North Korea, and the BRICS alliance, they're not able to succeed for take on Russia. And because of this long time of suppression of the West against rising nations like Libya, Iraq, Afghanistan, any country we want rise for freeing people out of colonial bondage, then they either assassinate you or find a pretext for bring a revolution in your country. Who side they go pull any leader will get in people interest at heart and replace her with puppets. So this same scenario, now Russia no agree for let it play, now it starts the conflict. So they get a very high number of Russian speaking population inside Ukraine because Ukraine, if you know the history now, actually be part of Soviet Union. So Ukraine begin go after the Russia speaking people there after the Maidan coup in 2014. And they say then people there, the Russian people there talk say because we don't remove the democratically elected president and we don't replace her with puppets, we want for the free nation and get with independent states. Then do a memorandum when a democratic referendum, sorry, when a democratic process and then territories there vote overwhelmingly for being independent away from Ukraine. Ukraine, on the other hand, not accept the results there, turn and begin bomb them people there. Ukraine bombed the people of Lugansk, Donetsk, they call that entire area the Donbass region for 4 years before Putin say, well, I put a stop to this. And not only they stop Ukraine not for become part of NATO, but the murder against Russia speaking citizens in the Donbass, and they put a stop to that because they look bad on the reputation of Russia. When I saw the Russia-Ukraine conflict start, Putin cancelled for canceling the Russian-speaking population, but just because of media bias and Western narrative, they ever hear this part of the story on mainstream media. All you go hearing are the unprovoked Russia war on Ukraine. Why make Russia go just invade a neighboring country with no pretext? But because now they control the media, they not ever allow nobody for hearing Russia in own side. Pass if you're curious and Congo Salekwi, where they go find the truth. Okay, I move to the next chapter of this conflict. That same war they will be the happen in Europe, where they happen between the superpowers there. Now Indon spill over, continue in the Middle East. 1.5 year ago, now October, yeah, October 2022, Hamas, decide for invade Israel territory and commit horrific crimes that we miss every day against, against the Jewish people there. But what's the mainstream media not talk is this situation outside the Palestinian they go attack Israel not just starts 1.5 years ago. Now, I think this will don't go on for the past 70 plus years. You see, apartheid, just like how they treat we black man in South Africa during them days, then the way black man they not get right for live in their own country, where all the laws and regulations there now for how for keep the black man there away from the young country and the natural resources. Now the same playbook they play out in the Middle East between Israel and Palestine. You see, 40 something plus years ago, then decide for establish uh, a Jewish state, and then they don't bring the destabilization in the Middle East for a very long time because the people where they occupy the territory they don't talk say now we land this and the only way we will live in peace with them people there now if we get the two-state solution. Israel gets their own part of the territory where they control the Palestinian them because of the long history now the land gets their own territory for control. Israel say no. They say Papa, even though the state of Israel now creates the creator 70 plus years ago by the Rothschilds and the British colonial empire at the time, go create country by force in the Middle East. And since they don't create that country, they no country in that area, that region, not ever get peace because of Israel. So the how me they see Israel now a colonial project, the Israel where the Bible they talk about, the Old Testament, not only Israel we they see today. And just an idea of that Israel wey the Old Testament they talk about. If you want for debunk the claim, even the Orthodox Jewish then, the people then way now the religious Jewish then don't talk say the Zionist entity not only na the Israel where the Bible they talk about, and not only homeland where the Messiah therefore can save. So this now just a copycat nation where they claim saying that they are the real nation of Israel. But then for another discussion, I go back to the topic. This Zionist entity don't they murder Palestinians then they don't commit genocide. Everybody don't talk. All the international community don't talk. Say they don't tire for let Israel put a stop to the genocide. For some reason, they know they listen to nobody. Then just they do what they want with impunity. Like the continuous killing of Palestinians. Now they don't kill over 50,000 plus. That 50,000, they majority, I would say a whole 70% of that 50,000 are women them and picking them. So what's in picking them get for do that the war? Israel don't even go to the extent they don't make a whole blockade, you know, against humanitarian aid them for entering Gaza. This war with Israel don't start a whole new I would say reality for the world today. We I think say in order for lead we any side, in only go for lead we to the end times. They like today, I don't ever see any sign of the world past Israel. Inside that they kill journalists them, that they attack school, that they attack UN workers them, that they attack hospital, that they attack church, that they attack mosques. So like no law, no day where the whole land people they are accountable. And every time the world decides, say, we for put a stop to this through the UN Security Council, they get a ally when America with a veto, then law then they. So basically, Israel acts with impunity and they get a green light from the superpower when America for do anything they want. One great Israel, they not only they bomb the Palestinian there. Right after that conflict, they start 1 or 2 months inside the conflict. They extended the conflict to Lebanon, kill over 3,000 people then in Lebanon, majority women and Pekin and old people there. And they not stop to that, then jump to Yemen. And they not stop na Yemen, then jump na Syria. They not stop na Syria. Now na Iran. Well, na the reason this will push me, Iran now one of the strongest countries then at the Middle East, or the strongest. Yes, after the UK and the America back Israel. If not so because of them two countries, they are Israel not for the murder people there with impunity. Now the Middle East and then they get away with it. The war long talk, that the video genocide live on social media. Everybody they talk, say look the evidence in a genocide on the commit. Nobody know they listen. Israel just they do it to the ones with the help of the United States and they need to allies them. Well, this is not just another reason why make a day against colonialism, neo-colonialism, and why we for wake up and realize say them people that what they call helper. Actually not to help us. Now just masters the way they oversee we lives and we activities for see say their own interests are take care of. So they don't really get with best interest at heart and nothing all the way they don't ever look for Africa for black man when are 100% for benefit. They must get something the way that they benefit more than what they give. So now the relationship this will get with the West. And this relationship they are not only with Africans then, just like the other countries that I don't name. They all experience this same trouble, including China and the new BRICS nation there, where they try to create a whole new global order. Because we don't tire with that situation they are so. And because of this desire, the global south, the majority of the world for creating a whole new world order outside of them and they are now don't count the fire and the world. What will they see today? Now a dying empire we extremely furious, we're ready for take down everybody who's there if necessary. Now the most dangerous part of this situation. Uh the other issue again with the boil right now, now the possibility of nuclear war. We make a account with this uh topic to man. So I get some evidence there where they can show man there. We get for back some of them claim they are and they show man there the actual development the way they happen right now in the Middle East. For sure say we need for reorganize ourselves as African there and try to be well informed so that we will uh, take informed decision there on how would they select with politician there. What's in there are the things that they put in place for holding politician they are accountable for concept with best interest at heart because today it will be the Palestinian and the Lebanese them or the Iranian them. Tomorrow it might be the African and Sierra Leonean them. And as we see the recent developments in the Sahel region. So everywhere where you turn around today, rumors of war, destruction of life and property, and the world not be ever dey so. But for some reason, then they control the information there so that the masses they go carry on with their life while a very dangerous phenomenon dey boil at the corner. So this now wetin happen between Israel and Iran. Israel just wake no more. They say, they don't find out say Iran don dey develop nuclear weapon and they need for put a stop to this development before it go too late. Okay, this na just one evidence and this na just one horrific scene inside Israel for the first time attack a TV broadcasting corporation, whereby rights international law say freedom of speech. I think that they win a basic fundamental human right for any mortal man where they live. So if the Zionist entity uh they go against nations then for let them not talk, for let them not spread the word, the news of what is the
که
reality
شنیدید صدای متجاوز به خاک وطن، صدای متجاوز به صدای حق و حقیقت است. آنچه که ملاحظه کردید، صدایی که شنیدید، فضای غبارآلوده استادیوم.
look at that. Live before the wall. And they commit atrocities there. So and nobody not get mind talk anything. Why make? Because of the multipolar world order world they live in. Well, this is not the desire of countries like Russia, China, India, Brazil, the first five BRICS nations there. We now don't expand to I think 10 plus. Yeah. So the world also say we need for create a whole new order whose human rights actually they work. Whose international law actually they work. Because international law only they work where it comes to countries that like I go say America and the European allies there. Only now within country they are they in danger or where their interests they in danger, then they consider human rights. What about the rights of the Palestinian then? How long gonna don't they murder the Palestinian then? How long gonna don't they create atrocities in the Middle East and nobody know they open him out talk? The African leaders and then are beggars they not for talk. With all the resources, with all the vast wealth in the continent, black man the African leaders they're not able to take their place in the world. So at the end of the day, this information are for like-minded man they when at who pay to it and we want to see the future of all black man for be prosperous. This the time are now for be well informed. And if you enjoy this video so far now for hit the thumbs up and share this video to like-minded man there. And let know what's in your opinion at the comment section. What do you think about Israel? What do you think about the claim say then are the chosen people then? Are we are chosen people in this or now another Israel? And what do you think about the ongoing events then at the Middle East and the world at large? Let know you comment if you support the ongoing Israeli regime and what them do. Let also know why make you feel say we need for support them and allow them for carry out these atrocities. But personally, from my own side, are they against Israel 100%? And they need for stop the atrocities and the world need for wake up and come to the realization say the West not actually get anybody in best interest at heart. And whenever they talk about human rights, whenever they talk about democracy, na just a pretext so that they go come impose their will on you. Just like how they do 2003 Iraq. Now the same pretext that they don't use for invade Iran. The video I just showed now, so now just one video between the conflict between Israel and Iran. Israel just week Friday they said based on intelligence, negotiation we already done the one between America and Iran on the nuclear program. Israel said they for strike Iran because of intelligence say uh, Iran get enriched uranium. And most of the time, after the conflict killed and millions of people they don't lost their life, trillions of dollars killed waste. Now the time they would realize say them pretext and then now false pretext just so that they will get a green light for invade foreign countries, for destroy their governments and impose puppet leaders, just like how they do to Iraq. George Bush come out a few years back and talk say the war where they rage against Iraq 2003 now the false flag operation and the claim where they make say Iraq gets weapons of mass destruction are the fake news. When una go talk say na fake news after millions of lives don waste. So we don't bounce by this playbook say whenever they want destroy countries, they get then the diplomatic term then they will they use for suppress people there. I get more video they were showman there. Because of censorship, they're not the showman they kind of videos there. And now the reason this account with this platform for the keep man the update. So sorry you might see some difference in them on the screen, but I'm your source of information list. So today at the show like my name and most of the recent development in the Middle East and basic I would say destruction of human life and property them. But I actually glad it when Iran self retaliate against Israel, to be honest, because then guy they are the two pass mark hole. We need our people away for challenge their old colonial masters there. And for sure, say that time where they suppress the world, where they shape the world in the image and likeness, it don't pass. This is not the multipolar world order now. They need for realize the fact, say, other nations then they we actually get equal human rights for living at this world as so. With the rise of the multipolar world order, we get different centers of power from Russia to China to the Middle East to Africa. Yes. So at the end of the day, this is not the word that all like-minded man them for be aware say the old colonial masters for face and get and they not get nobody in best interest at heart. So let's show man them that continue for show man there some destructive images there. For the first time, I see video where a missile hit Tel Aviv. I'll be so happy because the atrocities the way they don't cause, the life the way they don't destroy in other places there, it's too much for the past 3 years. And nobody know they say nothing. You see. But for the fact Iran decide for retaliate, boom, entire Western media don't victimize Iran, even though na Israel first attack them. And they still they attack them. Look the atrocity where they caused that this video back. Look the amount of destruction where they cause. Yes. And they bomb live in this picture. That means I just want, look at the schools there, at the hospitals there, where they don't burn. But I let the Iranian people there, how they're ready for challenging the Zionist entity. And I just wish the world will rally behind them for the first time. Let the world see the truth. Okay. So let's see. For some reason, this video they get a tough time for opening. I don't know if now the network. Let's try for restart. Let's for refresh this page here again. Some of them saying they're very horrific, and we need for put a stop to this. This not just some of the footage there from the destruction. This not just the moment.
سردبیر گروه دفاعی خبرگزاری صدا و سیما در این چند سال در تمام عملیات‌های وعده صادق جلوه اقتدار ایران و شکست هیمنه رژیم صهیونیستی اینجا سازمان اصلاح السیماست، مرکز فرماندهی جنگ رسانه ایران و مرکز به قدرت کشیدن تصویر اقتدار ایرانی و ایرانی جماعت و شکست هیمنه رژیم کودک کش صهیونیستی. من نمیدونم چند تا از همکارام داخل.
And this now just a very big, I would say, escalation is in global politics. You see, Iran now the strongest nation in the Middle East, and now I would say one of the highest producers of oil in the Middle East. So because of this conflict here, global energy prices they get for go up, you know, and we see energy go up, everything they go up in the world because everything get for do with energy. So who say with this alone? Who say energy crisis not the self man they know it, man they do drugs just for cope up with the hardship. I know go say now developments there like this they take place. So this I will say just some footage then this, you know, of the recent escalation where they go on at the middle. Now with the help of social media, say they bring the truth to with little communities you see, because at the end of the day, I must have been possible, and as soon as
کنون
they
بندر
able
عباس
to debunk some of the narratives
همکنون بندر
when they get
عباس
on mainstream media, we were able to inform ourselves on how to make the right decisions. It's not just some footage there of when they are inside
همکنون
there, when they
بندر
fly,
عباس
you know, the airspace there for hit Israel. This is a live this is a live footage of sirens there when they go on Israel. You know, and at the end of the day, then people they are so they find for themselves the taste, you know, the your medicine because they don't say whether they bomb other people there. And God willing, Iran they put a full stop to the aggression and 100% they support the right of the Palestinian there to a two-state solution. 100% they support the right of the Russian them for freely choose whether they want for govern there. And 100% they support the alliance of the Sahel states. We don't decide for take them destiny in the hand. And 100% they support the BRICS alliance. Where they try for create a whole new multipolar world order. We actually get a brighter future for developing nation regardless of race, religion, history. So I look like now the world and who we want for the future. Not to the world outside they get one group of people that we believe say they're superior and what they say now in our law and the way of life now in the only way of living. I don't think say that be right. And by the grace of God, with the rise of the multipolar world order and the new BRICS alliance, will they put a change to that? And I don't happen so. And I don't start so. But I go for assure you for sure the old colonial masters they will not go down without a fight. Well, I think say that fight now get for trigger World War III, we might end humanity if we not take time. So let's show man there's some more material about the ongoing events in the Middle East. So basically today Israel because of the very devastating impact in blows the way Iran left by them on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They decide to shut down the entire internet in Israel. So the world not go see the weakness of the Zionist entity. But this not just some videos that we make and the media day before yesterday and yesterday of the impact there where Iran creates in Israel. You see, I'll be so happy when I see this. You know, if you look at Gaza right now, some images of Gaza, they don't flat entire territories, you know, entire places like the size of a whole town of Kenema, they don't flat all to the ground. Yes. just for the people they write for live in peace. They say no. Their images is that what they look at. So images there from Tel Aviv, you know, and Haifa and some other places there around Israel. At the end of the day, then certainly for feel the pinch of them blow. Yes, yes. Then guys that the two pass mago. Ah bo. What to so now bo Sambo. Ah ah. This is not just some aftermath of Iranian strike on Israeli territories.
Yo, הלך הבניין.
Necessary. Just like that, necessary.
Yo,
I'm going to
yo.
come back. Like that, necessary. And then all the innocent people that we all lost their life in them back to that. Let God give them good God. And by God in power, humanity will try for evolve and not say, you know, see, this fighting and destruction not get for solve nothing. But for the meantime, we will still in at this stage here. We need to keep each other in check and we need to call out the people away the sky for the stop world peace. Yes, because when I know what they call when I self God in picking there and when I just they murder people there at random just because of the pretext say we are Israel and we need to forget the Zionist state by force, you know. So at the end of the day, if you're a supporter of Israel, that's fine. But just get the moral awareness, say, Mortarman, regardless of your race, ethnicity, we all get equal rights. Yes. This whole idea say then people they are not chosen people and this they're not too chosen. Yeah, they're against her. We all are chosen. Yes. So I know support one person, they murder the other people and just because they feel saying are the right for do so. Yes. No, you know right. You know right. They get a lot of strikes and this not just another footage of an Israeli strike of Iranian soldiers who say they don't destroy lives. You see, so far I would say in the conflict they don't kill over 200 people there. And Iran why? Just because they don't forget this program. So at the end of the day, now the word that to all like-minded man there and everybody need for aware say this time the world don't change now. Not only time this way, one group person here they shape narrative and they expect the whole world for follow within the narrative say. At the end of the day, when they live in the age of information, this is not just another footage of yesterday where Iran
عمد
successfully
الدخان
struck
لا نعرف
من
حتى
our
محطة
plants,
توليد
especially
الكهرباء
هذا على ما
والمصانع
نعم هذا
Israel.
في حيفا على ما
في
يبدو.
حيفا بالقرب من
Tel
محطة
Aviv. And
توليد
I'm very
الكهرباء
happy for that.
من أكثر
Trust me, them
المنشآت
Ethiopians they
الاستراتيجية
don't pass
حساسية
marker.
على
They
المطلق
don't
في
pass marker.
إسرائيل
And I'll be
نشاهدها
so
الآن
happy.
وهي تتعرض
Yes.
إلى هذا.
At the end of the day, they deserve her. Anything they get, they deserve her. Yes. That's what I say. At the end of the day. And thank you for the time. This discussion here is just starts no more. Boku materials in the out here for sure with man there. But because of time, I decide say I go come with like-minded man there, so we can discuss on this platform what's in now the recent development and who side will stand. So for now, I will say stay blessed and be wise and try to stay informed. Peace.